Good afternoon. We're back with more Lord of the Rings LCG, and today is City of the Corsairs on Nightmare difficulty. Last quest of this cycle, the Dream Chaser cycle, I think it's called. That hand looks fine. It's not great with the two very good tails and no allies to use them with, but it's got Steward of Gondor, so I'll keep it. You have no immediate nightmare effects, and we have a secondary encounter deck for this one. Southern Anfalas. And then we've got our usual fleet. We start out sailing in this one. After this quest, I still have 6 Lord of the Rings Saga Nightmare quests to get to. So in the staging area, we start with Southern Belfalas and the Stormcaller. And we begin sailing, and we progress if the Stormcaller is destroyed or if the stage has 15 progress or more on it. So let's get started. So got some allies, which is good. Be able to make use of at least one very good tail. So we'll get out Wealth of Gondor, Captain's Wisdom, Knights of the Swan. No Ethir Swordsman, but maybe we'll find it with very good tail. Transfer a resource over to Hirluin with Denethor. We'll use the response from the Hunter of Lamedon here. No luck, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead and play. Forgot to discount the first ally with Naralenya, so no, I won't subtract a resource for Errand-rider here. Go ahead and play very good tail. And there's 2 Ethir Swordsmen, so this has become a very, very strong start. And I'll go ahead and use the second one as well. And in this case, I can choose Warrior Anfalas or Forlong Anfalas. I'll go with Warrior of Lossarnach. So this is a very, very strong start. 9 allies turn 1. Excellent. Let's do our sailing check with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 allies. So after this is discarded from the sailing deck during a sailing test, raise threat by 1 for each ally committed. So that's 5. Or no, that's 4. But we do pass the sailing check. So I can quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make 1 progress. Not going to travel to Southern Belfalas yet. I do have to engage the Corsair Loyalist. There's no extra resource adding effect? No. Okay, and he will attack Hirluin for 1 damage. And we're on to the next round. And we're gonna continue getting set up. This is really a very, very strong start. One of the strongest you could hope for. Transfer a resource over. And play the 3rd Ethir Swordsman. So for the sailing check, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do pass the sailing check and get another 4 threat. And then we'll quest with 9, I think. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Go 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's going to add 4 archery for as long as it's in the staging area. Wondering if I should go ahead and move to Southern Belfalas. I've got so much willpower on the table now, I don't know if I need to. I'm not too afraid of engaging another guy from the Corsair deck with this board state. I'll play it conservative. We'll just leave it in the staging area. We'll go ahead and take the attack on Denethor. And then I'll deal 3, 6 damage in return. And I've got 4 archery that I owe. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can put archery on ships, right? I actually don't know. You can go 3, 4 just in case. So there's Faramir and there's Hunter of Lamedon. Just gonna push through into phase 2 here, I think. We'll use the response on Hunter of Lamedon. It is Outlands, but I actually can't pay for Forlong. That's unfortunate. Oh, I can because I should have discounted Faramir by 1 thanks to Naralenya. So Forlong can come out as well. So let's go ahead and do the sailing check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 1 wheel, but that's enough. And we'll quest. I want 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Place 1 resource on each raider enemy in play. Each engaged non-ship makes an immediate attack. So that's a blank surge to a water spout. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 progress. And we're on to phase 2. Each player assigns damage among non-ship characters equal to the total damage on each ship. I don't have any damage on my ships. Discard all ship enemies, ship objectives, and ocean locations in play. That's great. So that goes to the victory display, or it gets discarded. I just guess it doesn't mind. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Shuffle the Corsair deck and Corsair discard pile into the second encounter deck. Did I have anything out of the Corsair deck? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I drew any cards off the Corsair deck. There was 1 enemy, but that didn't come from the Corsair deck, so we'll move those cards over. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for each copy of Battle Hardened and Watchtower. Okay. Battle Hardened. And Watchtower. There's another Watchtower. Okay. Shuffle them into the second encounter deck. Current encounter deck and discard pile gets set aside. So we swap the two. Yep, and I think there's something extra from the Nightmare mode too. Also search the encounter deck and discard pile for each copy of Umbar Bridge and Inspiring Fury. So Umbar Bridge, those are the sailing ones. Oh no, that wasn't the sailing one. Umbar Bridge and Inspiring Fury. Okay. And those are added to the second encounter deck as well. And then we're on to stage 3. Search the encounter deck for the Shattered Monument and Captain Sahir. Shattered Monument and Captain Sahir are already set aside. Each player searches the encounter deck for one enemy and one location. And then I also need the Cursed Sword on Captain Sahir. There it is. What does that do? Okay, adds resources to Captain Sahir. So that's for the Nightmare mode, and then we also need one enemy and one location. So I'm going to go with Umbar Raider and Umbar Harbor. And we're on to phase 3, and all we need to do in phase 3 is 18 progress. So that was the questing phase. Now we'll go ahead and move to Umbar Harbor. Umbar Raider will engage. Umbar Raider can attack Forlong. And he would steal a resource if there were any to steal. And then I can easily dispatch the Umbar Raider. So, on to the next round. We're no longer sailing. Don't need that anymore. Get out another warrior of Lossarnach. Don't think there are any Outlands allies in the discard pile to get back. No, there aren't. Okay, so now it's just straight questing. 22, 26, let's say. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 29. To 3. So 26 progress. That'll clear phase 3. So the Shattered Monument goes to the staging area. What does Umbar Bridge do? Well, it's in the staging area. Cancel progress. X is the highest number of resources on a raider. Reduce the engagement cost of each Corsair enemy to 0 until the end of the round to travel there. Okay. So the Shattered Monument. Each raider with at least one resource is immune to player events. At the beginning of the resource phase, add 1 to each raider enemy. Okay. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for an enemy and add it to the staging area. Captain Sahir is in play, engaged with me. Doesn't say with his sword, but I'm going to assume. For each point of damage Captain Sahir would take, discard 1 resource from him and cancel that damage. For every 5 resources, he makes an additional attack. Okay. And then we need 1 more enemy. Just grab another Umbar Raider. Add 1 resource to each enemy. We'll go ahead and... Do I need to travel to the Shattered Monument? What do I need to do to win? While any enemy has resources on it, Captain Sahir gains indestructible. When a hero or enemy is destroyed, add its resources to Captain Sahir. Oh, so I just need to defeat Captain Sahir. So... might as well travel to the Shattered Monument, I guess. This enemy will engage. So we got 2 attacks coming. Captain Sahir deals excess damage. He gets it as resources. Okay. So I want my best defender to defend against Captain Sahir's attack. The Errand-rider will attack for 4 against Hunter of Lamedon for no damage, and Captain Sahir will attack for 6. Attacking enemy as a raider, deal it an additional shadow card for each resource on it. So that's 1 additional. Add 1 resource to each raider enemy. And the Errand-rider also steals a resource when he attacked. So the attack is for 6 against 4, 5, 6, no excess damage. So I'll go ahead and take out this enemy with 3, 6. And then I'll go ahead and take out Captain Sahir with 12. So let's go 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. For each point of damage, Captain Sahir would discard 1 resource from him. Yeah, I don't think there's anything preventing me from doing this, right? Nope. Just checking everything. Oh, that Errand-rider got his 2 resources added to Captain Sahir, so I actually need a little bit more than this. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need 14, so 13, 17. We'll do it. And off to the victory display will go Captain Sahir, and that will end the quest. So a relatively mild difficulty quest to end the cycle, though I did get off to a very, very strong start. But being able to discard the ships when you make land makes this quest pretty straightforward. You just proceed through phase 1 as fast as you can, ignoring the ships, I think, is the ideal strategy. And the Stormcaller not being destroyed doesn't add that much penalty. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching.